Alright, so for you older comic book fans, there used to be many places you could get comic books. They used to be carried at 7-Eleven. They were carried at different bookstores like B. Dalton and Walden Books. Currently, there's only one major chain bookstore, BooksAMillion, in the continental United States. And they've just started carrying this comic books line from Alterna Comics. And they're priced dirt cheap. This one's 99 cents, called I See Me. This one, Eden, is a little more pricey at $1.50, but look at that artwork. And this is an anthology to introduce you to different concepts and characters called It Came Out on a Wednesday. A little pricey, but that's certainly nothing compared to Marvel pricing. Look at this, The Age of Conan Belit, $3.99. So I've been picking them up when I get a chance. I like to show you a few of them. This is I See Me. Oh, that's how you pronounce it. I See Me. This is a horror series, and I don't know, it's got kind of a Walking Dead feel to it. And the family is trapped in this house, and there's horrors lurking outside. It's something to do with aliens, but it's got look at just the beautiful, creepy artwork. Guard dogs, a man defending his home, trying to protect his daughter, and look at how they set this up. Oh, that's just gorgeous. Probably just threw off the YouTube camera there. Let's see here. Just gonna flip through this one a little bit. You can see it's basically put in here like a movie, and this may be the final issue here, part 4 of 4, even though it's issue 8. This is made by Justin M. Ryan, Christian Rossi, and DC Hopkins. And look at that. This is Alterna Comics, and they've got a plethora of different comics. And okay, here's who they are. Justin M. Ryan is story, Christian Rossi is art, DC Hopkins is letters. And look at the description. This was available first at your local comic book shop, but now BooksAMillion carries it. So this is a retelling of a classic story when they first started. It's very hard to start up a comic book company. And oh boy, vomiting children. And the story takes a shocking twist. There's aliens! I thought this was a horror anthology. But aliens coming, they carry her off. And we skip forward a few years. She wakes up in a U.S. military base where they have alien corpses on the walls. So obviously there's a longer story here that the writer wants to tell. And we have a years later thing where she shows up. Oh my gosh, what did the aliens do to her hair? Kind of reminds me of Warren Ellis's Ghost Box story of Armor and Wolverine and Hank McCoy the Beast, where she's wandering a post-apocalyptic landscape after the X-Men failed to stop the Ghost Box threat. And oh boy, well, that dog can certainly see you. So there's obviously, it's a nice happy ending to that. Look at that. Stop. Don't put down this comic until you find a comic shop near you. So if you don't know where these Alterna Comics are, they list some helpful comic shops there. Let me just briefly look at this one here. I only found one issue of this, but oh my gosh, look at the artwork here. This is a fully modern comic book. Gorgeous sci-fi setting. Look at those colors. Now this is a very detailed comic book, but look how it's clean, and there's not an overabundance of different tones used, even though they could. It's like they were looking for a minimal look to these colorful aliens. And wow, look at that artwork. And oh, I always love an action shot like that. They clearly know who their audience is. And lots of interesting people. And you can't get more diverse than a galaxy full of weird people. Always nice to meet literate aliens. Let's just flip a few. Alright, so I don't know who this guy is. Obviously, I'm arriving very late in this story. There's some villain who apparently is dying as a friend. She's got the power. You can start playing the old CNC Music Factory music there. The end. But just something I grabbed at random. And here is their anthology. And you can just see a nice little variety. Here's some wood creatures, some fantasy, Satan Surgeon with Satanica, and some cutesy stuff. Some beautiful art panels. Some of these might just be an artist's portfolio showing off their skills. And why not? You know, this is the way comic books used to be written. You'd look for people with original ideas and give them a chance. And this is comic book reading the way I remembered it. Look at that guy. He's got some kind of story to tell. Oh, we're continuing the battle of the wood people with fire lizards. Maybe it's a salamander. I don't know. There's a villain or a hero. It's hard to tell these days. Comedy. Ha ha ha. And the land that time forgot. Oh, look at that. Alright, so this has been a nice little trip into Alterna Comics. Please look for them at a BooksAMillion.